Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LALA Land. Some call him the real-life Wizard of Oz. I call him Steve Sims. Welcome to the show, Steve.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for being here. Honestly, I've been so excited to have this conversation with you because you truly have figured out the magic and the art of creating a life that you love. And you don't only do that for yourself, but you have this innate ability to do that for those around you. Some of the biggest celebrities, the biggest CEOs. Tell us a little bit about your journey and what it is that gives you that magic.
Wow. Well, I'm a bricklayer from East London. Started working on the doors and just started communicating with affluent people. And I thought to myself at the time, if I want to be affluent, I've got to hang around with successful affluent people. All my friends were poor and out of work, so hanging around with them wasn't really helping me. So to do that, I started finding out ways that I could be of value to them. And they wanted to get into parties and they wanted to, get certain, jump the line of X, Y, Z, whatever it is. So I started doing these little things, getting them into a club, getting them into a private party they didn't know about, getting them into the Hollywood events and things. And before you knew it, I'm being called up to get them married in the Vatican by the Pope and closing down museums in Florence. And so it's got bigger, and the checkbooks have got bigger, but now I run around giving people really interesting cocktail stories.
So tell us, what is blue fishing?
Blue fishing, so the book, Bluefish is the company, okay, and it was a password. And I used to have these little passwords. I would send you to a party and I would say, look, go to the doorman, speak to Freddie and give him this password. And one of them was one fish, two fish, red fish, finish that sentence. So this whole Bluefish thing came about and my clients then took it and made it an action. So they were saying, hey, I went to this party and I bluefished it. Or,
became a verb.
Yeah, it did. And it kind of got this own feeling, this meaning to it. So last year through Simon Schuster, we released a book on bluefish and the art of making things happen and really taught people how to really kind of don't take it too seriously. Don't get stuck up with all the complications. Just make it happen.
Yeah.
And the simple fact is, if I can do it, absolutely anybody can.
I have to read this quote from Sir Elton John.
Oh, that fella.
That fella. Steve Sim defines what it means to be your authentic self. Wow. What an incredible accolade, acknowledgement from Sir Elton John himself. What is it about you, though, that allows people to bring that forth within themselves?
Other than the bourbon and the...
the
bourbon and the bikes, the cool looks.
That's something innate in you.
No, I don't want to argue, it's your show. But I think what makes it easy is we're living in a world now where we've got a lot of complications. We're all living in an insta-perfect world where we're trying to be someone, and 9 times out of 10, we're not. And it's an effort. And I don't have that effort because, hey, this is it. I've been on this show for, 45 seconds or whatever, and this is as deep as I get. So people can relate to me very quickly because they know who I am, they know I can't spell, they know I can't do this, they know I can't, but they know what I can do. So I think I'm just very easy to understand and easy to communicate with. So I'm all about trying to get more transparency in people's life, getting them to get that message out that's impossible to misunderstand, so that more people are going to want to resonate with you.
What do you think people really want? Like your high-end clients, I mean, they have everything, they have enough cash, they can get whatever. Is it just that they want an experience? Is it that they want to feel like they're special going in, blue fishing? Like, what is it that they really want?
Well, most of my clients are the richest, most powerful people in the world, but not the most famous. Okay, the rich and famous are actually not as wealthy as the richer and unknown, okay? And those are my people. So those people are the ones that want to just try experiences. They want to feel it. They want to resonate it. So they want to be able to kind of know what it's like to be able to walk around the Academia Museum at midnight with the statue of David and actually see it for themselves without there being 2,000 people around them, or be able to walk into an event. And most of those people actually want to get into the event without being known. Now you see a lot of famous people, they go, oh, I need to get into that event. This is me. You can use a couple of pictures of me. My clients don't want that. They've got the bank account, they own banks, but they just want to be able to go along and experience these things and to understand what they want.
Wow. So what's been the secret to you brokering those relationships, both with the clients, but also with the vendors, so to speak?
Value. Absolutely value. If you've got a relationship that wants to be built, wants to be nurtured, then it's got to be a value to you. If I'm going to be a value to you, I've got to find out what you like, what you're interested in, what do you do, whether it be charity, whether it be fun. You know, if there's a favorite cocktail you like, then I could turn around and go, hey, I know this restaurant that does this best. Come over, I want to have a chat with you, and I'm going to give you the best cocktail because I know you like XYZ. You've got to bring value to every relationship. If it's a one-sided relationship or it's one-sided value, then that's not a relationship that's going anywhere.
Yeah.
And we've got far too many superficial of those now. So I'm all about, hey, I want you to close down your museum, but I noticed you're doing a gala to raise money for a new roof. Let me help you with a donation towards that. Or I notice you back this charity. You can go up to someone and I can say to you, I need you to do this for me. And you're going to say, well, I don't really do that. And I go, well, that's great. But I know you've got friends or I know you've got kids and they're doing a raise at their school to get new computers. How about if I give that school new computers for the year? Then we can, everyone's got a point that they're going to go, that will be exciting and that will be of interest.
So where do people hang out? Like obviously private jets, where do these people hang out? We want to know. Because once you get in one circle, they all hang out with each other.
They do.
6 degrees of whatever.
They
right?
do. You can be in Monaco, you can be in Stade, you can be in Wan Chai, Hong Kong, and there will be the same people. They flock around and they move around. And quite simply, if you screw one over, then absolutely everyone in that way. So you've really got to kind of stay true to who you are and deliver. That's the main focus. You've got to deliver. Even if you didn't price it right and you just lost 10 grand on the deal, don't go back and ask them because you screwed yourself and it's going to blow it up. So those circles, once you get into those circles, they do move around, and that's why we don't even have phone numbers on our website. We have no way of you contacting us. You've got to be referred to us. And that's why the book's there to try and tell people, hey, this is how I did it. You can do it the exact same way by just keeping it really simple and impossible to misunderstand, which is a saying I repeat.
But where is that? Do they go to the circuits, like all the different festivals? Where are they really? Come on, we want them.
You turn around and your first comment was all the rich people, they fly on private jets, okay? They don't, because that's where you think they do. So whenever you go to one of these like private hangars, you got all the people that are flirting around or hanging around having a coffee in there that are selling jewelry, insurance, tailor-made suits, trying to attract you. You usually find it's middle management and those kind of just tipping up to the CEO that are on those private jets. The guys that own private jets, they'll fly first class somewhere or they'll go off of a private airstrip. So you don't have the chance to get into those groups. You've got to be invited into those groups. So the real skill is to know where do they really go? Where do the fish feed? Okay, and then go and hang out there.
Tell us a little bit about Blue Cause.
So Blue Cause is a real troublesome company. There's a pain in the ass. It's charities have so much red tape around them, and no matter how you try to help them, there's so many stipulations and tape within the government nowadays of who can give money, how you can give it, recording, where it came from. So what we try to do is we try to do as many events as we can. And I use the example of a gala to raise money for a roof. We try to give the clients these cocktail stories by utilizing as much of their money to purchase charitable experiences or to make donations. We've been working with Sir Elton John's Foundation for I think it's 5-8 years now. Because it's one of the best parties going on. We get the right kind of clients in, we get to hang out there, it's cool. But the clients are actually going along partying, having a great time, but all of their donations and all their money are going to something that's greater than them. So we try to find an element of that check, to me, that can do more good outside of them.
You really are the Wizard of Oz.
What would you say has been, and I know this is going to be a tough question, but what would you say has been one of the most memorable experiences you've helped to deliver for clients?
Well, 20 plus years, there's quite a few.
Yeah.
A lot of them I can't say on this.
Sure, fair enough.
But one was a couple of years ago, which is still fresh in my mind, and put me into an environment that I never would have been in. And the beautiful thing about my life, my career, my job, if you want to call it that, is not only do I get to spend rich people's money doing amazing things, but I get into sand pits that I never normally would have been in. So I get to see how they operate, what's important to them. And I had a client that contacted me and he said, I want to go to a really good restaurant in Florence, Italy. And I was like, all right, let's see how far we can bluefish this.
Yeah.
We ended up closing down the famous Accademia Museum, which is the museum that houses Michelangelo's David. We set up a table of 6 at 9 o'clock at night after shutting down the entire museum at the feet of David. And then we thought that was really cool until we thought we'd see how we could make it a bit better. So I had my friend Andrea Bocelli come in halfway through
There you go.
and serenade him during dinner.
There you go.
So that was kind of cool for me.
Love Andrea Bocelli. Love.
He's quite good.
Yes, pretty good. To say the least.
That is absolutely incredible. Thank you, Steve, for being with us. We know that everything is, very off the books, but where can people follow you in your journey and buy this book?
So you can go to stevedsims.com. There's one M in that. If you like your mobile phone, you can text the word ugly works to 345-345.
Oh, wow.
And those ways you can get hold of me. And I'm on social, Steve D. Sims, everywhere.
Well, we're looking
Thank you.
forward to blue fishing a lot of things this year. We're going to read the book and get into wherever. So
Good enough.
That's right.
Good enough.
Keys
Let's
from there,
open
for
those
That's right.
doors.
I'll see you there.
Stay tuned.
Appreciate you, brother.
Be right back.
Cheers, man.